All right, we go to 680, but Mike Eppel's basement, also 680. Skype studio. Good morning, Mike. How are you?
Pretty much, yeah. Good morning, Melanie. I'm good, thank you.
Your satellite studio. There you go.
That's right. Parts unknown.
I'd like to see that one day, Mike, flip the camera. I want to see what the rest of the room looks like, the basement.
Oh, it's a mess.
Okay, so don't do it then. It's fine. I know everyone has the perfect backdrop, and then when you see what's around it, it's not so
much
pretty.
Organization to follow, yes, before that happens.
One day, Mike. Let's talk about the markets. Wow, bit of a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, it was a mess. Yesterday we saw the Dow down 950 points. It's down over 1,700 now for the week in 3 days. Haven't seen something like this since back in the springtime. And it's almost as if the market just kind of clued into the fact we're still in a pandemic, because up until about, a week or so ago, stocks were going up, and, they've been kind of steady and worried about the second wave, but not doing the full scale reality check. And then you've got France going back into lockdown, Germany into, partial lockdowns, record numbers out of the U.S. again today, overseas. And, it's just on and on. It churns, so to speak. And now we're getting into the winter. And, from an economic standpoint, it's not great. And you can't get out from under the weight of that when we're talking about an investor standpoint.
When we talk about the economy, spending here in Canada, we heard from Federal Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland about saying, listen, we will continue to help during this pandemic, but to a degree, right?
Well, look, they're basically saying there are no fiscal anchors at this point until the COVID-19 pandemic is sort of in the rearview mirror. So she's basically saying that, it's spend as much as necessary just to keep businesses afloat, to keep, people who have lost their jobs some stability from a payment standpoint. And then at some point, then it'll be time for a review, but now is not the time. And it's kind of interesting that her comments yesterday to the Global Toronto Forum coincided with the Bank of Canada talking about the fact that, we don't figure that things are going to be back to normal before 2023. So yes, they can borrow at record low interest rates, and that's basically the only reason they're able to do so at this point, and keep spending as much as they are from a deficit financing standpoint, because you can borrow at next to nothing, from a percentage point.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to turn to the automotive sector, and this is interesting. Ford reporting some great earnings led by the pickup truck.
Yeah, and this comes at a time when Ford is shifting its focus toward electric vehicles. But pickup truck sales have been red hot this summer. Good luck finding one. At a medium price point. They're in short supply, regardless of the manufacturer. F-150 pickup truck sales were very strong this summer, and you've got the price for gas still below $1 per liter, and relatively cheap in the United States. So that's going to be interesting going forward. Will the electric cars are coming? Will people buy them again if you can still get it from a gasoline standpoint that's just cheaper to operate? I don't know. It's going to be an interesting test for the market.
Absolutely.
But right now, yeah, Ford's making money, and they did much better than forecast.
Okay, who else is making money? Well, probably some of these big tech giants reporting their earnings today. Massive. It's going to be big. I would guess.
The Super Six, or the Stellar Six, I guess we can call them, as Apple and Amazon and Alphabet and Facebook, Twitter, Shopify. They're all reporting results today. It's going to be a remarkable day, and remember that we are coming off massive volatility. So these companies, if they don't live up to expectations, because they've actually been the star of the show all year from a stock standpoint, then tomorrow is going to be really interesting.
Yes.
Because most of these are coming out after the close of trade today. Oh, yeah, and today's the October 29th, 1929 market crash anniversary. Had to throw that in there just because.
Ooh. That that kind of ties into our National Black Cat Day. It's kind of like you bring the eeriness too.
Well, October is just, it is what it is.
2020 is what it is. Yeah. Oh, geez.
Exactly.
All right, Mike, have yourself a great day.
Thank you.